Welcome back to Theme Park Wizard, and in this video, I wanted to talk about a little rumor I heard, and a lot of people probably kind of assume this already or are wondering what's going to happen when the theme park contract expires for The Simpsons. Well, according to some locker room talk by some team members, some frontline team members, in the dressing room, this is where where they change. A team member who works there told me that there's been talk of The Simpsons leaving Universal, but not anytime soon. It would be, as we all suspected, in 2028 when the theme park contract expires. Now, the reason I put a video of Potter in here as well is because, according to that same rumor, they heard, at least right now, they want to add more Potter to replace Simpsons, which makes sense, especially if you can go right through Diagon Alley to get to the studio tour, or maybe if you just relocate the studio tour to the ground, back to the lower lot. You can take out Simpsons and the studio tour plaza area. Again, it would be you'd relocate the studio tour entrance to the lower lot. You can use that entire corner for Diagon Alley. Would make more sense to me, but I also hope that's kind of not true, in the fact that means we wouldn't get Diagon Alley until like 2030, which that's a long time away. So I just hope that we actually get Diagon Alley sooner than that. If we're gonna get Diagon Alley, and the Simpsons area could be something else. Now, again, this is just a rumor, so take it with a grain of salt. And it's always possible, even if this is what Universal executives are thinking right now. Again, this wouldn't happen until 2028, so there could be new executives in there. They can have a change of heart, change of mind, and maybe they strike a deal with Disney to keep the Simpsons land there, and maybe they get a somewhat decent deal with Disney, so they don't have to pay too much in licensing fees to Disney, but I feel like Disney will really jack up the price. But we shall see. In fact, it could work for Disney too, because if they're making a lot of money off Simpsons Land, off merch and stuff like that, then they may see no reason to jack up the price, because especially if Disney doesn't want to use the Simpsons in their parks as well. So we'll have to be watching that very closely. But yeah, that's what this rumor contains so far. I'd be all for it, like I said, although I'd want Diagon Alley to come a little sooner than that. If we look at maybe a 10-year plan, or at least 6-year plan, because that's until 2028 for Universal. We got, of course, Super Nintendo World opening in 2023. You can let's just assume Donkey Kong comes after that, maybe in 2024. Then whatever happens with the Mummy and the sound stages, that could be like 2026, 2027. And then I guess actually that kind of lines up with The Simpsons leaving. The contract expires in 2028, but that doesn't mean they don't have to demolish it sooner than that. Let's say in 2027 they want to get rid of it and have Diagon Alley open by 2029, 2030. So I guess that kind of lines up the more and more I think about it. Even though I wish it was sooner than that. Well, at least we have lots to look forward to until then. And I'm sure Universal does have a 10-year plan for Hollywood that includes some exciting stuff after Nintendo. Everyone's asking next, like, what's after Nintendo? What's after Nintendo? I'm hoping Donkey Kong, and I hope the sound stages next to Mummy again. When those new sound stages open up this summer, like I said in my update videos, I really will be watching, and I suggest you guys too, when you go to the parks, watch for any signs of demolition, especially on the studio tour. You kind of get up close and personal with those sound stages, so you can kind of see which ones are open or closed. You can obviously, and watch for what they say too. Like they say how when you drive by the current construction, they talk about the construction for the NBC Universal Campus Development and Super Nintendo World, and talk about how The Voice has moved to a new soundstage. So just kind of, as you take the studio tour in the coming months, especially in the summer, just watch to see if they say any productions have moved, or something like, we used to film this show in this soundstage, but we don't. There's nothing filming here now. Especially if they just move the show to another soundstage and there's nothing in the current soundstage that could be earmarked for demolition. So definitely just be mindful of what they say on that part of the studio tour. I always do. I always look for any kind of context clues, because see if they slip something or think they're just being all innocent, but really they're giving us a big clue. But what do you guys think about this lovely rumor? Thank you, members, for watching this a day early. If you're a member, you can watch this a day early. Subscribe for more Theme Park updates. And always have a fantastic